Hey guys, I hope that you're doing fantastic. I'm just jumping in here because I'm bored. For me, it's late, but it's only like 7:14 in the evening as I'm recording this. I don't know when it's the time frame of where you are and when you are clicked on this, but I get up extremely early in the morning, so for me, it's late. So and I've done a lot of videos today, a lot of them, people, a lot. So please be patient with me for one thing. Secondly, I can't sleep. Thirdly, I'm bored. And so anyway, I'm here with you. And so I'm just jumping in here and just doing a random reading. If I'm feeling sluggish or whatever, you'll know why. I am tired, but I try to lay down for a little while and I just can't sleep, and Jehovah began to speak to me about some things. I'm not sure if I will share it, but I actually just seen I just seen something that he was speaking to me about. If you are new, listen, I'm just spiritual, but I do believe in the living language. It is part of my heritage. I know where I come from and I use it on the channel. And I'm just spiritual. I'm not churchy. I'm not religious. So you must always remember that. But I am very spiritual, and I've had an awakening. And there is a very big difference, people. There really is. And once you've had the awakening, and only until you've had an awakening, you want to understand, or probably even accept what I just said about that. Because I do use scripture and the Hebraic living language. It's actually mixed right up in this tarot itself. A lot of people do not know that, but it is. And, but anyway, that's who I am in a nutshell, and I'm really forceful at times, not because I'm trying to be forceful. Jehovah allows me to feel the energy. That's really hard for me sometimes because, especially when you're the one yielded to the Spirit trying to convey something that needs to come across for any given person. I've just learned to just go with it. I really struggled with that at the first of this process that I have found myself, and still finding myself, because we're always progressing, for one thing. It was really hard on me to know that when the Spirit lays His hand on me, how hard, and sometimes it's even it's liberating at the same time. It can, I don't even want to use the word oppressive, but when you are experiencing something to the degree of what somebody else is experiencing, and Jehovah's bringing an energy of how He's expressing something by an oppressive energy. I hope that makes sense. Then the hand of the divine, when it's on you, no one can really articulate what that feels like. And I can't explain that to anybody. I really can't. But He uses me in that gifting. And for a long time, I was like, rah, with the energy. And Jehovah said, don't ask me why I've created you this way, to feel what I'm expressing through you, because it's part of your gifting. And He took me right to scripture and proved that to me, and so I just go with it. And so please don't get offended about it if you're in some type of energy like that, because sometimes I'm sure it's devastating. It's devastating to try to be me. Okay, try to put yourself in my shoes and have to literally feel that energy. It's very dramatic, and it really, at times it has come across really just rah. But we also have scripture stating that the righteous are bold as a lion, and a lion, they'll pounce on something, right? And so spiritually, in the upright, that's how we should be. So in a nutshell, that's who I am. You've been warned, but it's always for uprightness' sake. Never to hurt anybody, never to harm, but always to uproot. If you know anything about gardening, and you are tilling the ground or something like that, and have to beat up clods in the ground and to get the ground ready for some type of seed for it to take in to bring up some type of harvest. And we must look at spiritual things in the same way. We really must do that. But anyway, if you stay, you stay. If you don't, then I guess you don't. Thanks for checking me out for a second. But this is who I am, and I lift up Jehovah Elohim. He is my prophecy. He is my salvation. He is my everything, and I love Him. He is my counselor, my Father. He is everything that I need in the moment. He is my truth. And He deserves to be magnified and gloried, people, because He is the King of glory. So anyway, we have the Queen of Pentacles showing up, and this is caring, giving, gentle, receptive type energy to produce something. If it's in the upright, if that thing is in the negative, that's jealous. Somebody could be producing babies. We have a little rabbit here. Maybe some type of a rabbit connection can be to you. I'm not sure. My oldest son, when he was born in the springtime. And I called him my little rabbit. But anyway, the rabbit represents something that's, you know, if we're talking about sexual things, this is constantly having babies of some sort, or constantly having some kind of projects all the time, coming out through the Queen of Pentacles. She's the lower version of the Empress, and so she's very productive, very, very productive in what she does. In the negative, that's jealousy. That's stubbornness. That's, oh my God, that's witchcraft, because stubbornness is as a sin of witchcraft is what we're told. That's a mother, that's a boss, that's a manager, that's a sister, that's an aunt. She's actually got the pentacle lifting it up, right, to give, because in the upright of this is beautiful energy. This is very giving energy. It could be dealing with pregnancy situations going on and fights. People, this crap is ridiculous. This has to fill the Five of Pentacles in the, or excuse me, I don't know why I'm saying the Five of Pentacles. Maybe somebody was thrown out. I'm not sure. That's insecurity. But obviously, if somebody's blocking you, and there's always this freaking war all the time with other people involved because they don't get it. They just can't freaking get it. Seven is a seeker of truth. Somebody has the truth, and it would appear to you that if many people are against one person, that they all must be in the truth. But this is a victory card against other people trying to frickin' block, because actually the truth is known, and this person does know it, and they're able to stand up against whatever the crap, the stubborn energy is in the negative of this Queen of Pentacles. Oh my God, I really do need to go to sleep, people. I really do. But anyway, this is a seeker of truth, or somebody's able to stand up here in the midst of the crappiness of blocking, or somebody putting up walls and barriers, and still teach from that place. This is a spiritual war in a very physical realm that we find ourselves in, people. It really is. I'm just pulling cards just at random. What else, Jehovah, do you want to bring out here? What do you want to bring out here? Something physical and something spiritual is here. And something very much productive is here. So, the Seven of Cups, this is dreamy energy. This is confusion for some people. And Jehovah is not an Elohim of confusion. He tells us of things before they happen. And he tells us what to choose. He goes, look, I got two roads for you. I got truth, and I got, you know, there's truth, there's life, and there's death. And he tells us the answer, choose life. But you have free will, and I don't want robots. And so there's nothing really confusing about it, but I give you free will, and I give you emotion and passion and physical things and thoughts. But I'm telling you the answer, and I don't want a robot. And there's life down this way, and there's death if you choose this way. And this way could appear to be the right way, but I'm telling you that it's death. But I'm telling you, choose life. And that's what Scripture tells us. But still, some people are only led by their emotions. And they're led forth by the snake that's wrapped around their little beep, whatever that is for you. That talks out both sides of its mouth, because the jewels look better for some people. For some people. For some people. That's why there's this war going on. Because they've sold their self away into dreaming, into confusion. And they get a line of confusion, because that's a consequence card, people. That's a consequence to fight up against the truth and not to be loving and caring and giving. That will never pay off for you. It'll never pay off for us. It really won't. This is high volume wisdom. And so somebody's got the snake. This is wisdom. This is something that's been really dirty. We know this is the Tet in the Hebraic living language, and this represents somebody trying to store somebody up and pull them down in clay and to kill them, because this is, if you look at the Hermit, which will go back to the 6th house, one of the meanings is the gateway to the dead, to open the gate to something dead. There's a consequence to many options, many choices. But what are you going to do? Because the snake is going to be caught in the end, because we absolutely know the scripture of life is to catch that thing and to put a judgment on it, because this is wisdom to do such a thing. And we know that the wicked are going to be shaken out of the earth. We have 77, and that's a lot of fortune. And the Queen of Pentacles represents fortune. Around a mother, around a boss, or a manager, or a grandparent, or something here. 77's 14, which is a 5, which is society. And we got a lot of people choosing wrong, or they're in confusion, because, look, people, again, we got a lot of people fighting, and they're in confusion. Because they chose wrong, and they've got to know with high volume wisdom that they chose wrong, or they are the snake that's hunting, chasing crap, and talk out of both sides of its mouth. But somebody has high volume wisdom. They have definitely chosen the wisdom to say, I think I'll just take the snake. And it would appear that grabbing a hold of the snake instead of the jewels was the wrong choice. But actually, there's wisdom shown here in this card, people. There's wisdom shown here in this card. Because if you catch the snake, then anything in these cups you're allowed to have if it's done in wisdom and in integrity. You can dream. We can do this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. That's how it works. I'm being reminded of King Solomon. And King Solomon was asked by Jehovah himself, what do you want? I'll give you anything that you want. And he asked for wisdom. He asked for the wisdom. He asked for the wisdom. And when he caught the snake and understood the wisdom of even the snake, because we know that the snake was the wisest of all the beasts that was created. And he chose the wisdom. And when he chose the wisdom, he caught the snake. He caught it, and he's able to now know what to choose and not be a partaker of confusion, and be able to stand up here. Same vibration. It's still 7. It's still the truth, and have the truth, and teach all the idiots that chose the jewels. It's the truth. And then hold the pentacle in a very physical way. Excuse me just a second, because something fell down. On the floor. The Queen of Pentacles fell on the floor. And take the pentacle and now distribute it in a very big type of a way that's going to produce something with that rabbit there. And release the mind. And release the mind. And be somebody who's going to be carrying and bring a word to release the mind of fools who choose the jewels. That is the wisdom. So anyway, I'm just going to leave it at that. I just want to check the energy and see what message Jehovah just wanted to bring out in the moment. And this is what he brought out. Until next time, shalom.